Hi, welcome to Language Acquisition Paper 2. In order to focus on how teachers can teach listening in the Language Bee classroom, I'm going to present a few examples of some of the strategies I will already have explored with students. Might be listening for the big idea, listening for expressions or opinions or argument, listening for specific language structures or words repeated in the question and answer, identifying register, tone, accent, and using visual clues. There are several types of text that can be used for audio or audiovisual learning engagements. They include ads, conversations, interviews, animations, song videos, podcasts, even literary readings. I love to use songs as a listening activity. They can focus on all kinds of concepts, vocabulary, themes. The purpose and audience of songs can fit any topic you choose to put in your course plan, and the videos can sometimes be illuminating for exploring conceptual understandings like context, meaning, variation, and so on. But one of my more recent learning engagements have been about the interview, and I did two, one for cannabis legalization in Canada and one for health, particularly stress, which we had been studying in two different units. In the pre-listening stage, we will have read at least three different texts written on the subject of legal substance or legal medical medication abuse, or for the other one, the sources and consequences of stress on young people, where students have answered questions in writing and taken up ideas in discussion. They would also have added vocabulary to a personal workbook that they've discovered along the way and perhaps practice knowing some key thematic words with Quizlet or Kahoot on their own. In DP, we're dealing with students who have a certain experience in the language classroom, so if we start simple and build vocabulary and understanding of concepts, it's an expectation they would have something to say. The reading and discussion before are the before activities, and the watching of the videos, the activity base, and questions on paper and discussion would be the listening learning check. There are several ways to check understanding without written questions: thumbs up, thumbs down, red light, green light paddles, writing on whiteboards, etc. We might also go over visual clues to comprehension and look at what's going on as they pertain to the answers or questions used in the context of the interviews themselves. And so their understanding would come through many vectors, as does all communication. Serious topics, especially those that engage young learners of today's connected world, are often difficult to explore just with audio. So the YouTube option, along with song videos, or these interviews on topics of concern to them or in a style they like, often bring alive the information being communicated. And lastly, I leave you with the question: what kinds of tasks do you best think will improve your students' skills, confidence, and achievement in listening? And so I hope this second video addresses what our learning engagement task has asked and given you some ideas of what I do to improve listening in the language classroom.
Created using Powtoon.